welcome to Pilates with Courtney. Today is a reformer session using the Pilates ball. So the whole class will be using the ball. For spring load, let's do 3 red springs or 3 heavy springs. If you wanted a tad bit heavier, you can add 1 more spring on. Take a seat and lay yourself down. Place the ball between your inner thighs, and we're gonna start with some breathing. Okay, so hands come onto your rib cage. Just settle into the mat and take a deep breath in through your nose. Feel your ribs and belly expand, and then exhale through your mouth. Feel your ribs and belly contract. Breathe in through the nose, fill everything up with your air, and then deep exhale. Start to give the ball a little gentle squeeze as you exhale, and then inhale, release the squeeze, and exhale. Let's do 2 more breaths like that. Inhale through the nose. Deep exhale, feel everything kind of coming into the center as you squeeze the ball. So your whole core is engaged here. And then inhale, release. 1 more. Exhale. Pelvic floor lifts. Engage through the deep core muscles. And then inhale, release. Good. Okay, place the ball now between the ankles, kind of like right between the ankle bones, and then place the balls of your feet on the foot bar. Heels are slightly lifted, and then I want you to press into that ball just a little bit so that you are turned on your inner thighs. Take a breath in, and then a deep exhale to push the carriage all the way out. Resist the carriage in. And then just start to go at your own pace, pushing through the balls of your feet. So we push out, resist those springs in. And I love to take a second to just let the shoulder rest, kind of pull my shoulders down as I relax into the carriage. So see if you can feel that. A couple more. Good. Make sure you have some tension on that ball. And then 1 more time, we're gonna push out, lower both heels under the foot bar, lift both heels, bring it back in. So push out, get that little calf stretch, rise up, and bring it in. Keep going here, little single calf raise. Good. And you try to rise up without bouncing. So have that control as you lower, control as you lift. 1 more. Lower, rise up, bring it in. Turn out now to Pilates V. So it's almost as if your heels are touching, but they're not actually touching. Big breath in, exhale, press out, and in. Good. Wake up those inner thighs. Keep those heels lifted. Inhale, exhale, press. For 5 and 4. Good. 3. It's just a warm up for the legs. 2. Good. And 1. Bringing the carriage all the way back in. Bring your feet back to parallel. Adjust your feet so that you still have some tension on the ball. And we're going to do those heel lowers, but this time we're going to stay out. So lower the heels under the bar and rise up for 10. Lower and lift 8. Lower, lift 7. 5. Good. Get that full range. 3. And 2. Good. 1 more, and then bring it all the way in. Okay, take your feet, just scooch a little bit away from the shoulder rest. Take your legs into a tabletop position. Hold on to that ball. Now I want you to flatten your back completely into the mat. Keep your head down, and then just reach your legs out to where you can maintain that lower back pressing into the carriage. So if you go a little bit lower, it's gonna be more challenging. If you reach your legs out a little higher like that, it's a little more supportive. But just, again, try to keep that lower back from arching or pulling away from the carriage. Good. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Good. harder than it looks. One more. Good. Now you can either stick with that or you can curl your head up into a chest lift, hands behind the head. Same thing. Reach the legs out and pull the legs in. Out and in. Good. No arching. 3, 2, 1 more. I want you to hold. Now you're going to try to turn the ball, rotate the ball on top of one shin, and then rotate it to the other shin. Harder than it looks. 4, rotate. 3, try to lift that chest a little higher. 1 more, and then bring it back. Pull the knees in, lower the upper body. Nicely done. Take that ball out, put it between your inner thighs, and now we go to the heels on the foot bar. So your feet are flexed as if they're right up against a wall. Have some tension in the ball, and then exhale, press out and pull in. Press out and in. Good. For 5. Push through the center of the heels. 4. 2 more. And then let's just warm up the legs by bringing the carriage halfway in. Keep tension on the ball and pulse your carriage. 8, 7, up an inch, down an inch. 5, keep squeezing that ball. 4, 3, 2, all the way out, and then bring it back in. Nice. Keep your feet where they are. Maybe go to the arches. Put your headrest down if you did lift it up, like me, and then we're going to go into some bridges. So starting with your keeping the ball where it is, take a breath in, and then as you exhale, you're going to give the ball a good squeeze, and you're going to hold that squeeze as you peel your spine up into a bridge, 1 vertebrae at a time. Take a breath in at the top, but keep squeezing the ball. Exhale, roll the spine down, bone by bone. Release the squeeze at the bottom. Take a breath in. Exhale, squeeze the ball. Flatten your low back, peel your spine up. Keep your tailbone tucked under. Inhale at the top. Exhale, roll the spine down. Keep squeezing, squeezing, squeezing. And then untuck and release the squeeze. 2 more like that. Try to articulate down 1 vertebrae at a time. Inhale, and last one. Exhale, squeeze the ball, peel the spine up, hold. Reach your arms up to the ceiling, and we do 10 pulses. Keep squeezing the ball the whole time. Lower and lift the hips. 8 and 7. You can make this range small or big. Up to you, but keep squeezing that ball. We've got 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold right here. Can you shift your weight to one leg and then extend the opposite leg out long? And then set the foot down and switch to the other side. Now, if you feel really unstable and your hips are dropping, bring your arms down to support you. This is more challenging to have your arms up. Good. Keep those hips level and then keep tension on the ball the whole time. Keep those hips lifted. Good. 1 more to each side. And then we're going to hold one leg out and pulse the ball. So squeeze and squeeze. 3, 4, 5. Foot comes down. Keep those hips lifted. Other leg extends. We go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Foot comes down, arms come down, roll your spine down. Good. Take your ball out, butterfly your legs for a second. Maybe even a little side to side with the knees. Release any tension in your lower back. Drape your legs over the foot bar. Reach your arms up to the ceiling. Use that ball to squeeze into it as you exhale and nod your chin. Roll yourself all the way up, and then tuck the tailbone and roll yourself back. All the way back, head comes down, breathe in, Big exhale. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Use those deep core muscles to roll yourself up. Tuck and roll back. We've got 3 more. If this is not working for you, just come up as high as you can and then roll back down. So if that looks like this for you, you go right to here and come right back down. Inhale, exhale. Squeeze your legs together. All the way up, all the way down. Good. Last one. Inhale and exhale. All the way up. Nicely done. Reach down, take one of your two of your red springs off so that you just have one red or one heavy and one yellow or one light. Lay yourself back down. And then you're going to place the ball between your ankles rather. Reach back and grab your straps behind you. Short loops if you have them. Scooch away from the shoulder rest just a little bit, arms reach up, and then tabletop your legs. Take a breath in, exhale, press your arms down, open your arms out to a T, and then lift your arms up. So we're doing these arm circles while keeping our legs in tabletop and our spine in that neutral position, no arching. 2 more. Pull the back of your rib cage down. 1 more. And then when your arms come up to the ceiling, just reverse. Open out to a T, pull down, lift up. Good. Open and lift. 2 more. Good. The next time your arms are up to the ceiling, we're going to pause, take a breath in. Big exhale to curl the head up, press the arms down. Inhale, lower back down. Exhale, curl. Inhale, lower. 3 more. Good. On the next one, you're going to curl up and hold that chest lift. Bend your elbows by your side and then straighten. So we're doing a little tricep here. Gaze is forward. Keep your chest lifted. Option to add the legs. So the next time you straighten your arms, extend the legs out long, pull the knees in, bend the elbows. Inhale and exhale. 4 more. And 3. Good. 2. 1 more. And then bring everything down. Rest your feet on the bar for a second. Take your arms out to a T and then tabletop those legs again. Okay, here we go. This time let's leave our head down. So use your back muscles to pull those straps down towards your hips. Open back out to a T, stopping right at the shoulders. So not above the shoulders like this, right at the shoulders. Pull using your back muscles. Inhale, open. Okay, now option to keep your head down and extend your legs the next time you pull your straps down. You reach your legs out without arching your back. Open the arms to a T. Exhale, pull. Now, if you'd rather do this with your head lifted in that chest lift, you can do that. So it looks like this. And then lower. 3 more. Either one is fine. Just check in with that low back. Good. And nicely done. Arms come up. Readjust if you need to. And then the last thing we're doing here is we're just going to slow it down. Do exactly what we did in the beginning of this series, but just slow it down. So tabletop the legs. Instead, we're going to take our elbows down by our side like this. Take a breath in, curl the head up, press the arms down, and reach the legs out long. Now squeeze that ball, pull the knees in, lift the chest a little higher, bend your elbows, lower the head. So let's do that again. Breathe in, exhale, curl up, squeeze, pull the knees in, lift the chest, bend the elbows, and lower the head. 3 more. Squeeze, in, bend, lower. 2 more. Squeeze, pull, and lower. Almost there. Squeeze. Let's do one more. Exhale. Squeeze, pull the knees in, chest lifts a little higher, and then bend the elbows and relax everything down. Good job. Now our core is warm. Hang up your straps, take your ball out, and then just windshield wiper your legs one side and to the other side. Okay, so let's go ahead and sit ourselves up. We're going to take a break from the ball for just a minute, and we're going to add on a blue spring, or if you have one medium spring, take everything else off and just have one blue spring on. If you happen to have a platform extender, these are really great for some standing work we're gonna do. I have one, so I'm gonna plug it in. And if you don't, it just means you have to work a little bit harder with your ankle stability on our lunges standing. So that will come in a second. Before we do that, we're gonna come onto our knees, and I want you to have your knees about in the middle of the carriage, but closer to the edge of the carriage side. And then I want your legs to be together, and then the hand closest to the foot bar on the foot bar. We're gonna work on some kind of side planks, so let's just start by pushing the carriage out and making sure that that shoulder is really stacked, the shoulder blade is really stacked on your back, okay? So we're not here, the shoulder's not coming up into our ear, but we're actively, from the underside, supporting our shoulder. I'm leaning a little bit, and I have this diagonal line, and my knees are stacked. I don't know if you can actually see that, but my top knee is not actually touching the carriage. So this is what I'm looking for. So you're gonna push out, make sure you feel nice and supported right here. Knees are stacked, and then if you're feeling good with this, you're gonna take that top leg out long like this. We're just gonna do some little lift and lower, and you're trying really hard to keep that carriage still. 6, good, 5, 4. Now just remember, you don't have to push that foot bar super far away, but far enough away where you can get this nice diagonal line. Let's go into circles now. So circle the leg forward and around. Doesn't have to be big. Keep everything else still. 4, 3, harder than it looks, 2, and then reverse. So we go up and around, up and around. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Can you keep the leg extended? Reach the top arm up overhead, and then we're gonna go into a little thread the needle. So you're gonna rotate the upper body, reach the arm through to the other side, hold the carriage still, and then rotate back up. 3 more, rotate. Rotate up, 2 more. Keep that leg lifted. I had to check in on mine. Good, 1 more. And then bring everything home. Nicely done. Okay, now grab your ball, and the leg that was extended, so for me it was my left leg, that's the leg that's gonna go forward onto the platform like so. We're gonna come up into a standing position. The ball is gonna go right against the foot bar. This is where that platform extender really comes in handy. Again, if you don't have it, just bring your foot bar down a little bit so that you have room to put the ball there while you're standing on the platform. Okay, so ball's there against my shin. My back foot is about 1 inch or so away from the front edge of the carriage. You can also wrap your toes over the front edge if that makes you feel better. And then we're gonna go into reverse lunges. I like my hands on my hips to start. Drop into that reverse lunge. My back heel is lifted, and then bring the carriage in. So it's a blue spring, so it's meant to be lighter so that you have to work a little bit harder to stay stable. And then of course that ball just adds a little extra instability. Okay, and you can do whatever feels intuitive with the arms if you like your hands on your hips. Sometimes I know a prayer pose or like a fist. Focus on a spot on the floor so you feel nice and grounded and your balance is feeling pretty good. Let's do about 4 more like that. Dropping down, coming up, down, and up. 2 more. And then on this next one, you're gonna hold this lunge. So hold the lunge, and then you're gonna bend your back knee in and press it out 6 times. Bend in and out. You're just holding that static lunge. This is 3. Make sure that leg goes all the way back. 4, 5, one more. Press that leg back and hold. Now can you drop into that lunge a little bit deeper and come up an inch, and then go down an inch and up an inch. 4 more. 4, breathe. 2 more, almost there. And last one, bring the carriage all the way home and stand up tall. Nicely done. I'm gonna turn to face away from you. So we're gonna just do some lateral lunges. That ball is still against the foot bar, right against your shin. And I love the ball for this lateral lunge because it really forces you to try to think about pressing your leg into the ball, and all of your weight should be on that leg. Okay, so as we go into this lateral lunge, you're gonna push the carriage out, drop into your lunge, and then try to have your weight over on that side by the foot bar. So we go down and up. Almost like pressing into the back to the side of your foot, on the outside of the foot. Sitting your hips back. Carriage leg is just getting a stretch. Good. Let's do about 4 more. Down and up. 3. Good. And 2. And on the next one, we're going to hold that squat, and then we're going to scooter the carriage leg in and out, and in and out. Good. Keep pressing into the ball. 3, 4, and 5. One more. Ooh, it's burning, and bring it in. Nicely done. Take your ball out. We'll do all of that in a second, but before we do, I want you to stand with the ball between your knees. Your both feet are gonna go on the carriage. Hands are on the foot bar. We're gonna go into a plank series. So what I want you to do is push out to a plank. My feet are not really far back. I've got just a few inches from the front edge of the carriage. Shoulders are over the wrists, and I'm in this nice strong plank. I'm gonna turn my toes to the side I was just facing, which is for me the right side. Keeping my shoulders squared, I'm gonna bend my knees in and press out. So shoulders are not moving, it's just the lower body. 2, good, 1 more. Extend the legs out. Now you're gonna add a pike. So you're gonna pike your hips up, pull the carriage in, and then press back out to that plank. Lift. Think about, it helps for me to have my heels lifted. If my heels are down, it doesn't really seem to work very well. 2 more, but you should feel your obliques. And 1. Now push out to a plank. You can either hold the plank, or for more of a challenge, you're gonna push that foot bar away and pull it back in. Push away. Pull in. 2 more. So hard. 1 more. And pull it all the way in. Nicely done. Woo! Okay, ball comes down. Now I have to face away from you 1 more time. We're gonna go back to that side plank that we did in the beginning on the other side. So again, get your knees about, what is that? 2 inches away from the edge of the edge of the carriage. Hand comes on the foot bar. Push out and find that modified plank position. So you have that diagonal line from the crown of your head down, right? Okay, and then hopefully you're feeling good there, and you're feeling solid right here in your ribs and your underside, and then you're gonna extend that top leg long, and then we're just gonna lift and lower. Lift and lower, trying to keep everything else still, including the carriage. Good. Go for 5, 4, 3, 2. Ready for those circles? They're tiny circles. Think like grapefruit maybe. 3, Up and around. 4, 5, 6, reverse, up and around. 5, good, keep that carriage still. 4, 3, 2, hold the leg up, reach the top arm up. We're gonna thread the needle through and then thread it up. Okay, so keep that leg lifted, rotate through the thoracic spine, through the upper body, and then rotate back. 2 more. Stay strong. 1 more. Ooh, I am shaking. Bring everything in. Nicely done. Okay, so now the leg that was extended is now my right leg. That's the leg that's going to come back into those lunges. So I'm going to step forward with my right leg, and then you're going to put that ball against the foot bar. Ground down into your foot on the platform, and then the other leg is just a few inches back or against the edge of the carriage. Hands can be on your hips or prayer pose. Drop into that deep lunge. Find your balance and bring it back in. Sometimes I like to go here. I feel like this kind of counterbalances me a little bit. Okay, so drop down. Pull the carriage in, all the way in, and all the way down. Let's do 4 more. Good, and 3. And 2. And then on the next one is where we hold it. We're going to scooter that back leg. So bend the back leg in and out. In and out. All your weight's on that stabilizing leg. 3. Keep the pelvis pretty still. 4. 5. 1 more. 6. Keep that leg extended. Drop a little bit deeper into that lunge. A little bit up. So a little pulse here. Down and up. Down, up. 3 more. 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. Nicely done. Turn to face the side. Get that ball snug up against your shin. Now make the switch in your mind. All of the weight is trying to stay on this side. It does help if your foot's on the edge of the carriage, and then you can just really push into that ball and keep your hip like as if you're up against a wall as you go into that squat or lunge, lateral lunge. If it feels better to turn this foot out, go for it. I get a bigger stretch that way. Down, sit those hips back, bring it in. Down, up. We're almost there. 3 more. 3, 2. On the next one, we hold and we scooter that carriage leg in and out, but keep most of your weight on that leg by the ball. 3. Good. Keep your hips squared. 4, 5, and 6. Good. All the way in. Ball goes between the knees again. Hands on the foot bar. Feet are a little bit back on the carriage. I push out to a plank. My heels are lifted. Turn your toes to the other direction. Bend your knees in. Press out. In, out. So your shoulders stay over your wrists the whole time. It's just your toes that are turned, or a little bit of your lower body. So it gets you into your obliques. Add the pike. Pike the hips up. Pull the carriage in and press back out. In and out. Do you guys feel your obliques? Feel it on my right side right here. So 3 more. Good. 2. And then here's where the real challenge comes in. You're going to push out. Now either just hold the plank or you push the foot bar away, pull it in. Push it away. So you're not changing the shape of your spine. The movement is happening from the shoulders. You should feel a shake in your core. 2 more. 1 more. I'm dying right there with you. And then bring it all the way in. Woo! Nicely done. Put your ball down, drop down to your knees, widen your knees, sit back over your heels for a nice child's pose, a little reset, a well-deserved stretch. Okay, so let's come on off. Go ahead and take your platform extender off if you were using it. And then we're gonna just add on to that blue spring, one red spring. So you have one heavy spring, one medium, or one red, one blue. Go ahead and take your ball with you. We're gonna lay down for feet in the straps, but of course we're gonna be using the ball. So the way that I get into it is I put the ball between my thighs, grab my straps, then I take my ball, put my feet in the straps one at a time. Once you're there, ball goes between your inner thighs. Okay, so hopefully you followed that. Wiggle around so you feel nice and centered. Your legs are straight, so you're parallel, but you are pressing into that ball. You should have tension the whole time as you lift your legs up. Feel that nice stretch. Press your legs down. Lift up and down. Pelvis stays neutral. As your legs lift, your tailbone is not lifting. As your legs lower, you're not lowering so far down that your back starts to arch, right? Keep your legs straight. Keep squeezing in on that ball. Couple more. 4. Inhale, exhale. 3. 2. And 1. Now, same exact move, but we're gonna turn out as if we were doing Pilates V. So turn your toes out, and then we lower and lift from here. Keep squeezing in on that ball. Good. So inner thighs are an area that are definitely neglected. And we use the ball a lot to activate the inner thighs, but also inner thighs are connected to pelvic floor. So it's important to have strong inner adductors. 2 more. And 1 more, you're gonna lower your legs down and then just bend your knees in. Try to keep your heels together and press your legs away. Bend in and press. You probably won't be able to press all the way out because that ball is gonna stop you, depending on your anatomy. But just press out as far as you can squeeze into that ball. 3 more. Squeeze and squeeze. 1 more. Push out and squeeze. Hold, and we do little pulses. So we squeeze in, in, in. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Can you hold the squeeze? Just squeeze and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Take that ball out, set it aside, butterfly your legs for a second. Good. And then we're just gonna finish with some leg circles. So stretch your legs out long, lift your legs up, open and circle down and around. Whew. Leg circles feel hard after that. Just get the blood flow. Try to calm your nervous system as you circle. For 3 and 2. And then reverse a few in the other direction. Just take some deep breaths while you do these circles, because this is your cool down. Think of your thigh bones circling in the hip sockets, staying nice and mobile. 2 more. 1 more. And then bring the legs up and let's stretch it out. So if this is enough of a stretch for you with your legs straight up, then you can stay there. If you want more, you can pull down on those ropes. I pull down so much that my low back flattens into the mat. Feels really good. I'm gonna open my legs out wide. Nice big inner thigh stretch. You can hold the ropes or let go. Maybe a gentle rock side to side if that feels good. And then let's bring the soles of the feet together. You can bring your feet down all the way down if it feels good and just let your hips open up, or you can bring them here and pull on those ropes for a nice deep hip stretch. Take a few deep breaths here. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Inhale, and then a deep exhale. Very nice. Let's take our straps off and hang them up. Go ahead and hug your knees, both knees into your chest, rock side to side, and just notice how good you feel. That was a challenging workout, and I hope you're feeling great. And go ahead and roll to one side, push yourself up. And that was your workout for today. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, leave a comment below so that I know to make more videos like this. All right, look forward to next time. Bye.